Jesus, folks, they had to go and do it again. Destiny. is What exactly is going on with these guys? Do they really want to repeat history? Is that what they want to get at here? So I just finished watching this as we get Commander Zavala, the Titan guy, and Cade Six both trying to hype up the crowds of Guardians that have been displaced due to the massive battle that has made us lose all of our weapons. So in the Rally the Troops reveal trailer, we basically get the explanation on why our gear is not going to trans over to Destiny 2. Because, well, it seems the city that we were forced to have as the hub world and where all of our banking stuff was, well, it just got taken over by the big brutes from Mars. At least the ones that we fought on Mars. I'm a little iffy on my Destiny lore because I didn't really care. I've had dealings with this. I've had videos, and I'll link them. The other videos where I've talking about my dislike for how they handled their business, on how Destiny kind of turned into. They tried to be an MMORPG so badly. They tried. It's like, okay, here's an expansion. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Well, shit. It wasn't even. I stopped it. I stopped before Taken King because I knew they were gonna have more. And what they did to all the gear that I had and all the work that I put in was nothing. They just cut it and made him weaker. And made basically playing the game without the Taken King completely impossible. And way harder. I still had access to the Taken King opponents too. Walking around the planet and they would appear. So that wasn't like hidden behind anything. But people have already done this whole reacting to the trailer thing. I'm not going to do that. I'm here to focus on this. Yes, what they want you to buy. Between all this crap you can get. Because holy shit, this is something else. The pricing on all this stuff. Okay, so what? Your standard edition. Well, your standard edition is just the base game. Typical. What else you got? You got the game and the expansion pass. You know what the expansion pass gets you? The first two... I use the word expansion in air quotes. Because this is repeating history. Destiny 1 had 2 expansions that came with it. House of Wolves and The Dark Below. Those 2 expansions were completely neutered from the game once the Taken King came around. Their missions, their side missions, just gone. There was no more hunting, nothing. Those were just taken completely out of the game like they never existed. They weren't much of an addition to the game either way, but that extra $40 that I spent was basically a waste because it didn't add anything to the game, and I don't even think it limited anything not having that. So if you keep going up, so limited is above deluxe. So if you get the deluxe one, you get the expansion pass, and then you get a legendary sword, legendary player emote, and the Cabal Emperor themed emblem. Empire themed emblem. I don't know why you'd want the Cabal emblem unless you're joining their side, because that's who you're fighting. That's who the big bad Gary is. The one part that I hate though is that I lost out before the swords dropped, so I never got to experience the use of the swords except for the one mission in the Dark Below. So that's your deluxe edition. This is probably if the game and expansion is $100. This is probably your $150 one. So then you're going to climb higher to the limited edition. So your limited edition, you get the expansion pass for 1 and 2. That will probably be quickly done away with once the third expansion comes out. And you have to pay an extra $40 for it. Keep that in mind, folks. Then you get limited edition steelbook case. Yeah, you get these over here. Hold on, let me zoom in on that. Because you definitely want to see those. You get this cool little thing. Then you get a booklet with the secrets to the Cabal Empire. Cabal schematic. Collectible postcard images. Cabal military pawns. Pawns? So you get... Are they like little figures? Probably not even that. They're probably not. And then you get the sword and the emote and the theme. So these are the same. And then they just throw in this stuff so you get like little fancier thing. Then, if you want the collectors, that comes with all of this. And you get a bag. A bag that can be worn as a backpack or a messenger bag. laptop, table sleeve, protective Frontier Pocket featuring solar panel, USB charger, built-in light, paracord, solar. This is really this is like $300, isn't it? $300 for this. I'm not even looking at the prices. I'm just guessing, and I bet I'm right. Because I don't even... I'm watching my half of this game, then here's all your Cabal collector stuff. I mean, this all sounds good in theory. But why? Why would you spend so much on this? I mean, there are some... I know there are some diehard Destiny people. Are they really going to shell out for this after how they treated the first game and how chopped to bits it was? For people who bought the basic edition of Destiny when the Taken King came out, you know, because you think, okay, I'm going to buy Destiny the game, so maybe it was like $30 when Taken King came out. You buy Taken King for like 60, and then you can get this for 30. Okay, you get this for 30, but then you realize you need to pay an extra 40 so you can actually play the game now. Because of what happened. There are comments in my videos that happened to people because they bought the cheaper version, not the Taken King version, and they wound up shelling out the 40 to actually be able to play the game without limits because of all the stupid limits they put on, because of expansions, because they want to be an MMORPG so badly, but they're not. Ignore that. That's just something that was sitting there the whole time. So this is repeating history. Sorry, I had that. It just is. I was one of the day one adopters. I bought this base game expansion pass, $100, $100. Not too long down the line, they go, and of course the expansion pass only gives you the first 2 DLCs, if they're even that. That'll come out. Probably like 3 months after, and then another one 3 months after that, and then those will be completely erased as whatever new thing comes out. So here's the expansion pass right here with the first game. Why am I so cynical about this? Big companies who make big fat dollars off these games, they don't really try to right their mistakes if the money is like that. There was like the one guy, Noseworthy, he was the one that said you'd throw money at the screen for emotes. And like how they introduced microtransactions and silver, and then you'd have to actually buy these emotes with real currency to use them. But it's like, why? Who cares? They're emotes. They don't add anything. They're just physical. But no, you want to throw money at the screen for them. So it's like, are they going to repeat history? Well, yeah. It was profitable when they did that. For the people who are like me, and they're like, nah, screw this. I'll just wait for a year, maybe a year and a half, and then Destiny, the Super Collection, or whatever their third expansion is going to be called, is going to come out. And then that one will have all the cool stuff. Like Taken King Limited, I couldn't play the Flame Titan or any of the other classes because I didn't have Taken King. So that really cool thing was behind a paywall. But you couldn't play, and you couldn't even play the game multiplayer online anymore because you weren't able to choose your matches. You were forced to whatever RNG match they stuck you in because of that. Oh, and then the whole Gjallarhorn Simulator thing. Let's remember that, folks. We don't want this to be Gjallarhorn Simulator. But if you buy the Taken King, you'll get this free black Gjallarhorn. Why? I don't want to be Gjallarhorn. Luckily, those are all burnt up in the attack by the Cabal, as the Cabal invaded and destroyed all their shit. So now we have to all start over from level 1, and everybody will be... And then I liked it when they first announced it. They're like, you will be compensated. My ass, they're going to give you like one little symbol, and they'll be like, thank you for playing Destiny 1. You got this little emblem that goes in the corner, or maybe a skin tone, or a color to your armor, or something that's really not worth your time for like the hundreds of hours some people put in this game and have their fun. So I hope for the people who actually go and they shell out and they buy this collector's edition bag here with all of this shit, I hope they love the game. I hope they do. Because people like me, we're not even gonna buy. Not even. We're gonna see the Let's Plays and all the people that are reviewing the game on Twitch, and then we're probably gonna hear the same shit. Go online, see the grimoires, read about the story. limited cutscenes. You know what Expansion 1 is? Expansion 1 is you playing the same 4 planets backwards. That's what the first expansion was. That's what the other expansion was. Except there was like 3 new little locations within the planets that slightly changed. I'm being ultra cynical for this, but I believe I'm going to be right. I don't think they're going to change anything. It's basically just going to be Destiny 2, like it's titled, Destiny 2. Nothing different. Maybe there's going to be something else broken besides the Gjallarhorn, but I hope they learn. This is more of a knee-jerk reaction to how I feel is that we're going to see. Hopefully not. So I'll ask you folks, are you going to pre-order Destiny? Are you going to be one of these people who buys this satchel bag? Or are you going to buy the base game? Or are you going to buy the expansions? If you're going to buy the game, folks, I'm just going to tell you, just buy the standard edition. Save your money on the first 2 expansions. Those aren't going to add very much to the game. Those will probably be done away with when the true expansion comes. Okay? That's exactly what happened. Those were like, they weren't even in the game anymore. Just saying from the past. Hope they learn. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully it's less depressing. And check out the other videos, will ya? I've probably gone through this before.